Hi, welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. I started my budgeting journey with sinking funds and cash funds roughly a year ago. When I did, it was all new. I had always budgeted using some type of a composition book, but I never really looked at where anything that wasn't a bill was going. So I made a spreadsheet in Google Sheets. I love spreadsheets, and started stuffing way too many sinking funds. Came to a good system where my husband's check took care of stuffing our cash funds, and my check took care of stuffing or of paying most of the bills, all but one of the bills, and then putting money set aside for our sinking funds. Well, about November, December of last year, all of a sudden I went, what happened? I was putting $20 every other month basically into one of these. Now, yes, I have way too many sinking funds. I would say I have too many sinking funds. But the point was that everybody was getting anywhere from $10 to $20 every other month. And then November and December, and it stopped. And I didn't understand why it stopped. So January, I decided to take a look at my weekly budget and where I was actually putting all of that money. Now again, all of this was in my spreadsheet, but I couldn't see what was going on. I didn't understand it. So I'm a very visual person, and because of that, I took my composition book that I bought and I started looking at weekly budgets. This was the first time I've ever done this. I typically am just what are my bills, not what happens weekly to everything else. So January 1, I decided this was going to be what I was going to do for the next 2 months to see if I could figure out what in the world happened. I put a little bit into sinking funds, put a little into savings challenges, put a little into sinking funds, put some into savings challenges, sinking funds, savings challenges, sinking funds, savings challenges, and went, oh, I think I know what just happened, but I want to see if it happens again in February. So let's fast forward to February. Again, sinking funds, savings challenges, sinking funds, savings challenges, sinking funds, savings challenges, sinking funds, savings challenges. I really think I have figured something out. I believe I know why my sinking funds aren't growing. It's mid-February and I have some sinking funds in here that haven't seen anything since November. That's wrong. So when I really got to looking at just numbers, this $30 should have gone into sinking funds. That's 2 sinking funds that could have been $20, a 10 and a 20. $60. That's 3 sinking funds that didn't get any money this week. So I'm actually going to add all that together. 30, 60. Then there was $90 that went into savings challenges and another $20 that went into savings challenges. So 90, 100, 110. So in January alone, $200 went into savings challenges, not into my sinking funds. Would that be why 10 sinking funds could have gotten money and they didn't? Because instead it was going into my savings challenge, or it was going into my savings challenges. So let's check February, see if that happens again in February. So again, there's 30, there's another 65, there's another 60, and there's another 40. There's $195. There's another 10 sinking funds that could have gotten stuffed. So what I'm coming to realize is that these are getting neglected because my savings challenges are taking priority. I don't necessarily want that. There are some of my sinking funds that I need to have fully funded, like back to school. I don't need it until August when it's time to go back to school, but I need to make sure there's $150 in here. That $150 is going to take care of a backpack, new supplies for my child, maybe some possible clothes for my child. It's going to take care of a new locker, gym clothes. I need this $150. It needs to be stuffed. Car maintenance. I don't know about you. My car needs to be regularly maintained. So again, if I'm not putting money in here How am I going to pay for my oil changes? How am I going to pay when I'm just about in need of new tires? Oh, just that whole thought shakes me to the core, because new tires, way too expensive. So if I'm not putting money in here, how am I going to pay for those new tires? Oh, I'm going to have to pull it from somewhere else. Yeah, don't want to do that, but that may have to be an option. So as I looked at all of these, I came to realize some of this has to be stuffed, where not all of these savings challenges have to be funded. So again, and I guess I thought I did a little bit better job. In January, I thought, now it's $5 difference. I thought I did a much better job in February not stuffing my savings challenges, and obviously I was wrong. So I need to prioritize my savings challenges. So these are all my savings challenges. I have a nickel challenge, 25-cent challenge, a 50-cent challenge, a $1 challenge, a home improvement challenge, an alphabet challenge, a holiday challenge, and a Save 2022 in 2022. And I decided out of all of these that these two are going to be a priority. I'm going to figure out how to get both of these fully funded. So the $1 challenge, I'm roughly going to save about $1,300, a little more, and it's going to be for Christmas. I need Christmas money. I did have a sinking fund for Christmas, but it never was going to get to $1,300 because it wasn't a priority. It was getting its $20 every other week. And saving 2022 and 2022 also is a priority because this is my 1 month ahead. Right now I'm sitting at about $1,000, I think. $1,153, and I would like to have about $5,000 in here. And again, getting stuffed with $20 every other month isn't going to cut it. So I made a choice that this is a way that I can save an extra $2,000 to put with it. So these two are going to be priorities from now on. The rest of these, my nickel challenge is for emergencies. I also have an emergency folder still that I'm still stuffing because I think that I need to have this cash on hand too. It's important to me. So I will continue to stuff a sinking fund envelope, but then I'm going to work on saving, I think it's $3,000, a little bit more. 25-cent challenge. I'd like to have some extra for investing, but is that a priority? No, it's not. I have a plan for investing right now. My 50-cent challenge. This is for debt pay down. I'm not paying my debt down really quickly, but it is getting brought down roughly $1,000 every month, so this is not a priority. Home improvement, though we would really like some new stuff for around the house. We need a front door. The AC needs repair, or not a front door. We got a front door. We need new French doors. The AC needs some repair work. We need new outlets. It'd be nice to get carpet, but it's not something that has to be done right now. So that's not. It'll get stuff, but not quite. The alphabet challenge is for my daughter's wedding. Guys, she's not even engaged yet, and I was just trying to stuff a little bit aside in a fun way for her. And then holiday. Now I will put a little bit extra in holiday just because, like for Valentine's Day, it was nice to not have to pull that money out of somewhere else. The next holiday I'm working on right now is Easter, so it would be nice to have it, but it's not a huge priority like my $1 challenge and my Save 2020 and 2022 challenge are. So coming to realize that I cannot afford $200 a month. $200 a month if I am going to stuff my sinking funds the way I would like to. Some of them, always gets money because that's how I have it budgeted out. Family Time hasn't seen money since... Oh, well, it got some the first week of... No, it took some out the first week of January. It got some in November and then the beginning of February. I wanted to work on a new fireproof safe. Again, it got stuffed in November and then the beginning of February. So a lot of this, some of it, yes, is not priority. Like I think of getting our youngest a car. He's still a couple years away from that, and so maybe this only gets $5 instead of a whole lot. But there are some things like medical. This helps pay for my vitamins. This helps pay for my child gets stuck in the poison ivy, it seems like every other week. And because of that, the only stuff that works for him is really expensive. It's nice to know I've got it in here and I can just come pull it out real quick. So definitely going to be working on changing my savings challenges. And although I enjoy stuffing them and I can't wait to see them just be fully funded, I have other priorities. So from now on, starting in March, my savings challenges are going to take a back seat, because they need to take a back seat so that I can continue growing my savings or my sinking funds and have this money for when I need it. Like, it's garden season. I need to be able to go spend some money on the garden. Gifts, garden. Right now, I've got, let's see, the last time it actually got money was December, and then in just the other day, middle of February. So I've got 50, 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. $98 is not going to get me what I need for the garden, and we need to start getting stuff for the garden. So if I had been continuously putting money in here, I wouldn't feel like I'm so far behind, and I feel like I'm behind on garden because I just did not prioritize it, and I prioritized all of those savings challenges instead. So looking forward to March, reorganizing how I do my weeklies, because I want these to grow. So unfortunately, I figured out why my sinking funds weren't getting what they wanted or what I thought they should get, and instead now have to rethink about how I am moving into March budgets for every week. But I will continue to do this week out budget so that I can see, because I was for certain that my sinking funds, I did so much better in February. It was $5 cheaper. That's not better. That's not better at all. So with that said, I will continue doing my weekly budgets just to see where I am, because obviously I need to see it written out and tracked to keep me where I need to be. So thank you so much for joining me. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button down below, thumbs up if you are enjoying my videos, and if you have any questions or comments or ideas to help me, please, I would love to hear them. I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.